Ara Babos, executive chef, presents The Romanian Queen Cooks, a new television show in Corpus Christi, Texas. Chef Ara prepares European, Eastern European, and American dishes, including appetizers, entrees, salads, and desserts. Chef Ara at Ara's Seafood and Steaks prepares pierogies, Romanian cabbage rolls, paprika, roasted duckling, Viennese schnitzel, pecan-crusted drum, crab cakes, ribeye steaks, and more. All can be enjoyed at her farm-to-table restaurant. She is known for coaxing the very best flavor with her culinary expertise. Chef Ara lived in Romania, emigrated to Canada with her mother, Dr. Adriana Popmoody, MD, and has owned Ara's Seafood and Steaks restaurant for over 5 years. Learn how to cook with Chef Ara, the Romanian Queen Cooks, every first Saturday on KZTV 10. Welcome to the Romanian Queen Cooks.
Hello lovelies, welcome to the Romanian Queen Cooks show with me, Chef Ara, and my friend over here, Chef Patty Rodriguez of Nachos Authentic Mexican Cooking and Catering. And today it's August, and August marks a bittersweet month for me and also a new beginning. So I'm gonna start with a bittersweet anniversary. Is this month in 2022, my mother and we were going on a trip to Sedona, Arizona, as I was gonna gift her the trip for her birthday. And we were involved in a deadly car crash, and my mother died. And I was very badly wounded. At the end of the show, you see that each episode is dedicated in the loving memory of Dr. Adriana Popmoody. And yes, that was my lovely mother, my friend, my confidant, my partner in crime, you name it, we pretty much did it. So it was a very hard road coming back from that, not only physically because of the injuries, but also emotionally. And I have to say that what this experience has taught me is that we should not leave anything for those special occasions. If we have to do something, you do it now, because life is so unpredictable and it can literally change in the blink of an eye. And I can say that it was very hard staying in that car, watching your mother die and be absolutely helpless to do anything about that. And then you realize how precious and important life is. And also, you realize what friends are there with you and who are not. And for me, I've had so many unexpected friends come up from the woodwork to help me. And the ones that I expected to help were not there, which is fine, because in situations like this, it makes you find out who you really are and what is important to you. And some people I can say that helped me was my general manager. She was with me from the second day in the hospital, and she has not left me for 3 months. Darlene Gregory, who's also my producer, and she's here with me for every show, was instrumental in my well-being as well. And so was Patty Rodriguez over here, because when I started posting on Facebook that I was injured and I just came home from the hospital, all my friends with restaurants and caterings, they were busy with their own lives. Yet Patty, do you need anything? Do you want me to cook something for you? And and I want to let you know like this, that gems come out from the woodwork that you do not even expect. And those are the people that care for you, and they care for me. And now I'm not saying all of this to criticize anybody else, because we all have our own lives. And a lot of people die, it's a fact of life. But when something like that happens, really value and treasure those people who are close to you. Because in any ending, there's a new beginning. And my beginning is with Patty. We are going to collaborate, and we are going to join forces for our caterings. And so we can have European, American, and also Mexican food. Alrighty, so for today, I chose to make potatoes because summer is upon us, right? Yes. And we are getting together quite a lot these days. And so is everybody else with parties and barbecues and get-together you know, it's summer and we all like to have fun. So potatoes are very versatile, aren't they?
They sure are.
So we use potatoes, you know, when you go somewhere, you use potatoes. I mean, granted, you can use anything you want. And the ingredients we chose in here, you can put it in beans and chickpeas, you know, pasta, rice, you know, just salads, whatever you want. So here I have 3 cups of potatoes. I decided to leave the skin on because I find them more tasty. And then I have dill. I have a tomato mix with tomatoes, sliced tomatoes, basil, garlic, of course, garlic, oil, and a little bit of vinegar. I have fresh mushrooms, which I already sliced. I would say they're about 2 cups of mushrooms. And then I also have optional freshly chopped tomatoes, red tomatoes, and that's about 1.5 cups. Then I also have 2 cups of Kalamata olives. They are pitted, so the pit is not inside. And here, this is my favorite, I have a medley of peppers. I know, I'm a sucker, I love mixed peppers. So there's green, red, and yellow. A red onion. Now I have my red onion chopped. You can also use a slice. It's literally up to you. I have capers. They're the baby capers because I like a baby's like. And then celery. And I chop my celery, the celery shape itself, but also the leaves because I find that the leaves have a lot of flavor. And then as protein, I have chicken and also a flounder. It's a lemon pepper flounder. And here, I wanted to show you some optional ingredients. You can also put spinach and these adorable purple peppers and basil. And the reason I pop these separate on a separate plate is that these come from my friend Aislinn Campbell, who has Freedom Harvest Farms, and she grows everything natural in Taft, Texas. And this beautiful spinach is called Malabar spinach, and it's a lot different than our regular spinach variety that we find in stores every day. So now, Patty, tell me what goes into your potato salad.
So I also have 3 cups of potatoes, but mine are a little mashed, and also I don't have the skin. And I'm gonna do it, these are my ingredients. So I have some dill pickles, I have the parsley, I have celery, I have onion. You can put as much as you want actually. Mustard, salt, mayonnaise, egg, sausage, also bacon and pepper.
And how do you combine? Do you combine them all together?
Yes.
And your potato salad comes from which part of Mexico?
So I'm from the border of basically Miguel Alemán, Tamaulipas, and we were raised also in the RGB. And so we have the flavors kind of together. It's kind of the same thing, so our flavors are amazing and it's just different.
Okay, so I want to tell you something too. You can see I am from Romania, which is in Europe, which is on the other side of the world. And Patty is from Mexico, and food, I mean the food that we share is so unique because the salad, the potato salad that I tried with her one day, it was so similar to the potato salad that I used to try in Romania. Now, my grandmother did not like mayo in any salad, so I never had mayo in my salads, but all of the ingredients were actually used. So I want you all to know that as different as nations are, languages are different, right? Cultures are different, but food unites us all. And this is the magic of food, and the magic of breaking bread, and the magic of sharing food and the joy together. Because nothing combines us more together than actually food.
Okay, and I am ready to make my potato salad, my Mexican potato salad. My first ingredients, the first thing that I like to put it in is the mayonnaise. So I was planning to do a little more and I served a little more, but you can put as much as you can in it. I'm gonna put, these are pretty big, so.
Cup and a half?
About a cup and a half. You don't want to put too much. I also made some Mexican crema, homemade Mexican crema that I'm gonna add. This is a new flavor that I added into it, but I wanted to put it because in Mexico, crema is very important and this is part of my culture. Also, I'm gonna use the little spoon. and mustard. You can put as much mustard as you can. I really like it with a lot of mustard, so mustard always brings out amazing flavors. Egg. These are brown eggs. These are amazing. So some people don't like eggs, so you can put it if you want. If you don't like it, don't use it. But I will put out the egg, which are 3 eggs. Also, onion. I did half an onion. I did 3 sticks of celery. Parsley. I think it was about, I think we did about 3 of the parsley on the pickle. So I'm a big pickle lover, and I love the taste of the vinegar. So the vinegar is the one that brings out all the flavors on it. I'm not gonna put it all. Like I said, I was expecting to do a little more, but do about a cup, or it's up to your flavors that you wanna put. Salt, I really don't like to put so much salt, but I will put some pepper. And then the sausage. And this is open sausage, so we basically is beef sausage from H-E-B. You can use any sausage. We also have bacon. We cut it in little pieces as we did with the sausage too. And you can put as much. Bacon doesn't hurt to put, so we're gonna put all of it. And there we go, we just mix it. Mix it together, mix it together. Make sure you mix it really good, because like you see, we got chunks of everything here. Chunks of love. Mix it, mix it. Like I said, I don't like to put salt because the mustard already has salt, the mayonnaise already has salt, the crema already has salt, and the potatoes really don't need the salt. Mix it very good. And there it is. This is my Mexican potato salad. It's different than all the other potato salads because I did add ingredients, homemade ingredients, and the sausage and everything. I always like when we have barbecues, I always like to do, the bread, put some potato salad and put a piece of meat or something. And I said, well, why not add a little bit of more things into it? You can add chicken, you can add tuna, you can add anything you want on it. Beef, ribs, whatever you want.
And we are back. Now it's my turn to make my grandma's potato salad with a little bit of a twist, because I have to add my own flair. I mean, what chef does not add to their salad to make it their own and to make it for their own palate? So we had Patty make her favorite authentic potato salad that I absolutely loved, and it was amazing to me. Because I think I needed a little bit of more sourness in my life. Not that I didn't have enough sourness and bitterness, but I know sometimes as you go through science class, they say when you add an acid with an acid and you pop them together, they neutralize. So maybe that's what neutralized in me too. So let me talk to you something about potatoes. So when I was growing up and I was playing outside, and my grandmother always used to call me in about half an hour before going in for the night so she can ask me what I wanted for dinner. So for about 2 years, all I wanted was potatoes. I mean, boiled, fried, baked, mashed, you name it, pretty much I had it. So after a while, all I was sticking only to French fries. So my grandmother wanted to make a little mystery about our French fries. So then she asked me, she said, okay, Ara, we are not gonna say French fries anymore. Whenever you want French fries, the code name is do not ask me or don't ask me. And I said, but Grandma, what if I want them long or if I want them round? So she goes, okay, then it's gonna be don't ask me, round or long. So that worked amazingly for us, and eventually all the children that I was playing with, they were asking me, what are you eating? What is don't ask me? I was like, well, it was French fries, like round one or long ones. But today, I'm not going to make either or. I'm going to make a potato salad. So here I have boiled potatoes, and they are from a local grower here in town. I forgot exactly where my chef buys them from, but I know he's local. So it is farm to table, as are most of my fresh ingredients in here. They are all for farm to table. And I like my potatoes with the skin on because to me they have a lot more flavor. So I have only 2 ingredients in here that are not Texas local or anywhere farm to table local. And the first one is the Greek Kalamata olives. This is what the country, this is one of the country's fruits, because olive is a fruit that grows on a tree that Greece is actually known for. Granted, they're known for so many more cheeses and oils and figs and everything, but the Kalamata olives are actually Greece's #1 seller. And I would say I haven't met a person on this earth that did not hear about Kalamata olives. Here I have a medley of colors of peppers, and I have red, yellow, green, and a combination of orange, yellow, green. You know how they grow together. These are chopped red onions. Feel free to use sliced onions, whatever is your preference. Here are my tomatoes, and I decided to chop them. Fresh mushrooms, I would say there are about 4 mushrooms in here. My Kalamata olives is a cup. My chopped tomatoes are 3 chopped tomatoes. I would say they made about 1.5 cups. Here's about a cup of red onion and a cup or 3/4 of a cup of combination of peppers. This is 2 cups of celery, and I slice my celery with the tube itself and also the leaves, because the leaves of the flavor of the celery impart a lot of flavors. And this is dill. I love dill. I think dill and potatoes is like a perfect marriage. They go together amazingly well. And here are tomatoes mixed with garlic, basil, a little bit of vinegar, and also olive oil. And this mix right here is going to propagate all my mix and my oil in the salad. As protein, here's some local chicken, and here's a flounder that has been fished at our bay by Albi Seafood. That's where I buy all my seafood from. And here I want to show you some extra ingredients that you can also put in your salad. This is spinach, and these are some adorable purple peppers, and also basil. Now all of these ingredients come from Freedom Harvest Farms in Taft, Texas, grown by Aislinn Jameson Campbell. And look at this amazing leaf of spinach. Now this spinach is different, and it's called Malabar spinach, and it's absolutely amazing. At least I like it, and I think it is amazing. And just so you know, I don't like to necessarily cut on my vegetables or leaves when I throw them in there. I like to just break them apart because it brings a little bit of customization to your food. So now we are going to start the cooking process. So the first thing I'm going to throw in is celery. I'm going to empty it all in here, and you can see celery. Then I'm going to take my onion, and of course with onion, feel free to cook according to taste. Some people like more onion, some people like less, some like garlic, some like don't. It's up to you. So I would say I put about 3/4 of a cup of onions. Here are my peppers. I'm gonna put all the peppers in because I just like the crunchiness that peppers give you. Here are the fresh tomatoes, and I would say I put about 3/4 of a cup of fresh tomatoes, so voila. the olives, all of the olives go in. Because I love olives, and even if you have olives with brine, please do not be shy. Put all the brine in because it adds a little bit of earthiness and a little bit of saltiness, and you want that in your food. And here are my mushrooms. Feel free to saute your mushrooms if you want to. I chose not to saute them because I like a little bit of freshness in my foods. And here is dill. I like to combine this dill with chicken and also with fish. And again, as you know, in all of my recipes, pick whatever you have in your fridge. Don't just go specifically after recipe. If you don't have an ingredient, don't worry about it, skip it. Just make whatever it tastes, right? Even Patty says yes, so make whatever. See, we all do it. And then here are the capers, because again, capers are earthy, right? They're earthy, and they're a little bit salty, and they add a little bit of je ne sais quoi to your dish. I don't know how to tell you. It's they add a little bit of earth. And no, when I say earth, I don't mean that they add a bit of soil or dirt into your dishes. They just add a flavor of woods. It's very hard to explain. And here are my tomatoes, which I use that for the bruschetta chicken when I prepare it in the kitchen, or even for the bruschetta pasta, or actually you can even use it on the crostini's bread. When you make the bruschetta crostini, it's pretty much the same mix. Only the difference is I added oil to it. And this is basically how my potato salad will look before I mix it all up. And because I decided to make it with chicken. But I want you to know that if you don't have chicken and you have beef and whatever protein you have, you can even have something called, for the vegans or the vegetarians, it's called no bullshit beef. Feel free to use that one. Or if you want to use, if you're a vegetarian like I am, sometimes I go through phases, feel free to use seitan. Feel free to use fried tofu, grilled tofu. It does not matter what you use. You use whatever makes you feel good and feel tasty and that you actually enjoy. So then you mix it, and be careful because sometimes you don't have enough space in your bowl like me today. So give it a good mix. And then the oil that I threw in the bruschetta mix adds the lubrication to your potatoes. And I also wanted to know that in case you want vinegar, feel free to add vinegar. You can add balsamic vinegar, coconut vinegar, regular vinegar, whatever vinegar you want. This is the beauty in creation of foods, that you can marinate anything you want and you can create your own masterpiece each and every time. So this is basically how my salad looks before I plate it and I arrange it as beautifully as Patty did. And I am back with my beautifully plated potato salad. Look how colorful it is.
And it's not only colorful because it smells amazing. It really smells amazing.
So there you go. It smells amazing, but I know hers tastes amazing too. So before we end this episode, I want to let you know that both my and Patty's ingredients are, especially the fresh ingredients, are sourced farm to table, because the quality of the ingredients is very important to have clean food, and especially locally grown clean food, because we are both small businesses and we want to support also small businesses ourselves. Patty's food comes from Victoria, Texas, by a grower named James.
Yes.
James, including he also grew her eggs, and he has fabulous eggs. You gotta try them.
Yes.
And mine are from Freedom Harvest Farms, from Taft, Texas, grown by Aislinn. And I'm sure you all know of Aislinn because we have the farmers market because of the fabulous Aislinn. Now, because I said it is the anniversary of my mother's death, unfortunately in August, if you watch till the end of the show, you will find some pictures that I put together about my mother. And I hope you will all remember her as not only a doctor, but also a fabulous human being. And with all this, I want to thank you all for watching, and I want to thank each and every person, and even the nurses, and even Dr. Vishnu Reddy, who was instrumental in getting me moved from San Antonio to Corpus Christi, Texas. So I want to give you all a heartfelt thank you and appreciation for everybody that has been here with me from this journey of almost dying and actually living and thriving. And also my beautiful friend Patty, that you will see us together in future collaborations and even future catering. So I want to thank you very, very much. And Patty, thank you for being here.
No, thank you, Ara. You know how much I love you, and you know you have helped me so much, and we are sticking to this, and we are gonna do amazing work in the kitchen.
So there you have it, 2 queens who are gonna rock Corpus Christi.
Yes.
Thank you all so very much. I love you, and I will see you next time.
Love y'all.